What up, YouTube Elleix? Come back at you with another Custom StarCraft 2 video. Today, we are going to be watching round 6 from my live stream coverage of the Custom Scion Races Skirmish tournament. It's going to be a best of 3 series featuring ZloDey versus TheReaper, so sit back and enjoy. Okay, so spawning on the top right-hand side of the map, it's our teal Chiron player, TheReaper, going up against his orange opponent. Spawning on the bottom left-hand side of the map, it's our orange Zyad player, ZloDeyRU. We'll just call him ZloDey for short. ZloDey, if you do see this on my YouTube channel, which I will be posting this game, go ahead and let me know if I said your name right, because I hate mispronouncing stuff. Anyway, here we go. We have what is going to be, I think, an early expansion coming down for TheReaper. We do, or not the, oh yeah, for TheReaper. I confuse myself. I'm like, that's not a Reaper, that's a converter. No, his name is TheReaper, and we do have what is going to be a wall at the natural base location. Taking a look at what he's building. So we do have the edifice coming down. So there's no need for any sort of pylon or anything like that. If you're not familiar with the Custom Scion Races mod, even though this thing looks like a Protoss unit, this is not a Protoss unit. This is a Chiron unit called the Converter, building the edifice, the tier 1 unit for the Chiron. Taking a look at what our Zyad player is up to. So what's popular with the Zyad these days in the current meta is going for a 3 roamer opener and really doing kind of an all-in-y sort of build, but that's not what's happening right now. It looks like we have what is going to be a Zyad Den just finishing, and we have what is going to be an early scavenger nest, an early-ish scavenger nest coming down for ZloDey. And here we go. We have what's going to be a scout coming down for TheReaper. His expansion just about a quarter of the way done. What else do we have? We have a formulator building on the Vespene Geyser. So the formulator is like the assimilator for the Chiron, and we also have what is going to be a sanctum. So the sanctum helps you, or allows you to build like tier 1.5 units, something like that. Oh, thank God. Another, or a non-Zyad rush this game. Yes, yes, Angel Technic. We're going to see some other Zyad meta potentially coming out from this game. ZloDey having his scavenger harassed, and he's not moving it, and there he goes. Now he's moving it. Oh, that's a surprise, and yes, indeed, that is a surprise. And here we go. What is being built from this Zyad Den? Nothing being built yet, but we do have the mutagen chamber, so I do expect that we're going to see some roamers coming out of that Zyad Den. The roamers are really good, not only for doing that early roamer push, but also for scouting with that scour ability. So that is what I think we're going to see. Nothing's being built yet. Taking a look at what the Chiron is up to, we have what is going to be the natural base finishing up. What else do we have? We also have what is going to be the conduit. So I think we're going to see some echo harassment coming out from our teal Chiron player. And man, the echo, like you said, I believe, Angel Technic, it is probably one of the best units that the Chiron has at their disposal, especially because of how early you can go and get it. Surprise, I know. Oh, wait, no, Schwab, you already said surprise. You were talking about the Zyad. But here we go. What do we have being built? We have what are going to be roamers being built from this Zyad Den. We already have 1 roamer finish, and I think they're waiting for their friend to hatch. So this thing is just over halfway done, and then I expect we're going to see some roamer harassment, or at least roamer scouting coming from our orange Zyad player. And man, this is, I think, the longest I've ever cast StarCraft in one go. It's been hours, and we're still doing it, man. We're still feeling strong, feeling a bit hungry, but I am fueled by hype. And here we go. We have what is the Echo, and the roamers don't shoot up, so all they can do is just look at this thing, and the Echo is like trolling right now. He's like, hey, here I am. I'm just going to chill here for a bit, and now we're going to go, and we're going to see, there it is. The Echo slowing down the production. As you can see, this production is now, I feel like, super slow, and also slowing down the movement speed in this bubble. So this is insane. And we also have what is the cloak upgrade. So this Echo is now cloaked. And what are we going to see here? We do have the roamers coming around, scouting and seeing what they can see. We don't have any scour circles that I'm seeing. It's kind of hard to see them sometimes, though. But we do have some roamers. But either way, they did engage with the Chiron army, because we can see that this roamer is hurt. That's the scour ability. And there we go. He's taking a look at the natural base front door, but this is 3 roamers to 2 pulsars, an Umbra, and a Volt. So yeah, that is a lot slower production. Angel Technic, it's like massively slower. So take a look at this. This, actually, you know what? Maybe that's not as slow. Maybe it's unit production, or sorry, building production. Because I don't think that's slowed down as much. Definitely not as slow as the structures being built. That is for sure. But we do have the Bile Pit. And I don't think the Bile Pit is a detection unit or detection static defense. As far as I know, it's not. But here we go. This is such a troll, man. This Echo is just such a pain in the ass, dude. And here we go. We have a big army, a relatively big army for 5.5 minutes in the game. Taking a look at the army supply, 30 army supply to 13. Worker supply 47 to 41 in favor of the Reaper. So we have what is going to be a push of Zayed, or not Zayed units, of Chiron units towards the Zayed side of the map. And we do have a third base coming down, already finished actually, for ZloDey, and we have what is going to be a third base just now coming down for our teal Chiron player. Now, let's see what this push does. There's really not a lot at the natural base location for ZloDey, and now we have what is going to be a push towards the natural base. ZloDey realizing his position, accidentally pausing the game, throwing out the GG, spawning on the bottom left-hand side of the map. It's our teal Chiron player, the Reaper, who did win round number 1, going up against his opponent, spawning on the top right-hand side of the map. Now playing the Zerg, it's our orange player, ZloDey. So we'll see. ZloDey responding to the first game with a race switch. So now he's going to be playing the Zerg. We'll see how he does for game number 2. The Reaper did win game number 1 with a really annoying opener with those Echoes. We'll see if he does it again. I suspect he will. I feel like the other games we've watched featuring Reaper, he went for the Echoes, and you know what? If you're playing a tournament, I totally agree with that. If you have a build that works for you, you don't want to abuse it necessarily, but you know, if it wins you games, you're gonna keep doing it. You know, you're playing to win just as much as you're playing for fun. So we'll see if that's what he does. And Solstice, I do see you in the chat. Yeah, it's not imba or anything. It's just something that you need kind of a knowledge check. I totally agree. It's just a unit that you're not used to seeing. It'd be like if there's some cloaked, like, Zergling, Speedling rush thing that you've never seen before. You'll totally lose to it if you've never seen it before. So that was just a random example I pulled out of my ass. But we have what is going to be a spawning pool. So this is a hatchery first, actually. So we have a spawning pool just now coming down. We do have an extractor as well. We have more drones coming out of this hatchery, and we do have what is a scout for our teal Chiron player. Taking a look at what our Chiron player is up to, he is expanding as well. The edifice is already finished, and I expect that we're going to see another Echo. Now, this is also the challenge. If you're playing a tournament game and you want to do the same exact build, it's possible your opponent will prepare for that. So we'll see if there's any sort of spore crawler, because all you need to shut down the Echo if you're playing as Zerg is just throw down a spore in your mineral line and maybe on the outskirts of your creep, and then you're chilling. So we'll see if that's what happens. But taking a look at the production tab, we do have this Sanctum being built. So I have a feeling that our teal Chiron player is going to do some Echo shenanigans. That is for sure. This Overlord will definitely survive hiding in the shadows of this pillar here. And here we go. We have a couple Zerglings. We have Zergling speed on the way, and we don't have a conduit yet, but this the Sanctum just finished. There it is. There it is. We have the conduit. We're going to see more Echoes. Let's see if there's any sort of... man, I would probably just build a blind spore in ZloDey's position. But it's possible. I really don't know ZloDey's experience with the Custom Scion Races mod, but it's possible that he's not that familiar with it and doesn't realize how exactly the Echo operates. Because I've seen games where I was casting like a series and the player went Echoes twice, and even in 2 games he didn't really know how to respond to it. So we'll see. Yeah, the conduit's being built after the Sanctum, which according to Angel Technic is not even necessarily. Oh, is it? Oh, is it really? I didn't actually realize that. Can you build the conduit before the Sanctum? I guess so. We have what is going to be a scout at the 4th base location. I think he's trying to scout for a 3rd base though. And we have what is going to be a push of Volts. So these Volts will spot the 3rd base here on the kind of middle bottom side of the map, on the middle right-hand side of the map, and we have an Overlord chilling right here. What do we have on the production tab as well? I don't see an Echo, though. Wait a minute. Is it already done? No, that's not an Echo. That's a Pulsar. So, we'll see if we have an Echo coming down this game. Oh, there it is. It's also giving itself away. It's telling on itself, man. So, the Echo is announcing itself by killing this Overlord. So, that's going to be annoying that the Overlord does die. That won't supply block ZloDey, but that will reveal the Echo. And we have what is going to be some harassment right here. We have 0 workers killed, though, so I think this Pulsar is as good as dead. That is a lot of queens, man. They are ganging up on this Pulsar, and look how tanky this thing is. That took like 4 queens, 7 seconds to kill. I'm just guessing. I'll have to look back on the replay, but I think that was like 7 seconds, bro. And here we go. Here's our Echo. Let's see what happens, and we do have the Spore Crawler, so great response. Great response by ZloDey, able to shut this down just out of range. Great response by TheReaper as well, placing this Echo just out of range of this Spore Crawler. What I would do is put 1 more Spore Crawler just on the outskirts of my base. This thing isn't cloaked, but it's still something I would do because it's so annoying. Yo, a nullifier, dude. Oh, TheReaper, he's playing such a trolly match. He's been playing such a trolly series, to be honest. And here we go. We have the Echo destroying this Overlord as well. Oh, man, that is so annoying to deal with. And then playing with the Nullifier. And I really don't know what the purpose of that Nullifier is, but it looks like the Echo will go down. We have so many queens. They do manage to kill that Echo. So it does look like ZloDey is very, very familiar with playing the Zerg. He does have his 3rd base done, what I would probably do in his situation. He does have a lot of minerals. What I would do is probably throw down a 4th base, but I don't think he's aware that there's a nullifier at his 4th base location. So we'll see. We will see if he decides to try and build there. Either way, I think he's going to find this thing relatively soon. I don't know if this was worth it, man, because this is kind of a waste of money. There's no point in the nullifier, but I do like it because it's trolly, and I love trolling in my StarCraft games. You know what, Schwab? I think you're right. I've been so disconnected from vanilla StarCraft that I haven't really been keeping up with the players, but that would make a lot of sense because we're seeing some crazy cheesiness, and now we have the Umbras with their shield, and we have what is the Volts, and we have some Pulsars. So we have what is going to be a pretty big engagement. This is a lot of Roaches, though. I'm not sure this is enough for the Chiron to break. Oh, it's not the same game. Okay, Solstice, thank you for clarifying that. So, not the same guy. So this is a different TheReaper. So, either way, though, he's trying to live up to the name. Playing some cheesy builds, but taking a look at the army supply, dude, look at this. 41 army supply to 71, a 30 army supply lead in favor of our orange Zerg player, and also catching the Chiron army off guard, and now there's no place to retreat. They have to move forward and run in a big circle, and at the same time, we have Speedlings running into the 3rd base location, and Speedlings at the 4th base location may force the cancel on that Citadel. Man, this Chiron army is running around still alive, but way out of position. I actually didn't see if the cancel was placed on that Citadel, but we also have what is the 3rd base location in serious danger with these, what is that, 5 Zerglings? And now we have what is the running, the Zerglings running away. I think they could have killed that. I think they could have killed that Citadel if they stayed, but we have what is going to be, oh, great use of this Nullifier. Nullifier will easily go down, but I love that running back to to the support of the Nullifier ultimately going down, and the Chiron retreating back home, taking a look at the worker supply, 46 worker supply, 243 in favor of TheReaper, just barely. Army supplies is highly favoring ZloDey, though. 88 army supply to 39, taking a look at the workers killed. Only four workers killed this game by our Zerg player. And that is it. So we have a big Zerg army. We have Ravagers. We have Roaches. I almost called them Reapers, but it's because I'm confused. I keep seeing the Reaper in my peripheral vision, but that is the player. And we also have the Overseer. So this is a big Zerg army. will force the Chiron to run back home, but the nullifiers will finish. One of the nullifiers goes down before it actually finishes, and now we have what is a huge push into the natural base location. These Umbras doing a good job at holding their position, but I think this is just too much from the orange Zerg player. I would stay in this. I mean, he's running away. He's microwaving just a little bit, but no, he is not running away. But we have a big warping of Pulsars, and the Pulsars are really tanky, forcing the orange Zerg player back out of the natural base location, just barely. Great warping by the Reaper. Taking a look at the resources lost, 5,600 resources lost to 6,600, now 6,700 resources, now 7,000 resources lost by the Zerg player, so a deficit for ZloDey. But man, that was looking like a scary push, not gonna lie. And yes, that's a good point, Angel Technic. The Citadel could be energized. Look at all this energy. So energize increases the movement speed of not only your workers, but also your army units around the Citadel. So that is a good defensive ability for the Citadel that the Reaper should have used. He has plenty of energy to do it. But taking a look now at the army supply, still in favor of ZloDey. 64 army supply to 50, almost 50 for the Reaper. And looks like the bases, it looks like Zerg is still on 3 bases, but what is this? Okay, we have roaches running around, we have a Zergling, and we have a couple Zerglings here. Oh, we'll potentially take out a couple converters, and we have a changeling right here. Oh, I love it. Running towards the Zerglings. He's really committing to the role. I love that. But that's the energize ability for those of you who are not familiar with the Chiron. So increasing the movement speed of those workers as well as of the army units. And we have some roaches here chilling at what is potentially the 4th base location for our teal Chiron player. Now taking a look at what ZloDey is up to. He's finally throwing down a 4th base. We're at 11 minutes into this game. So even though game number 1 ended at around 6 minutes, with Reaper winning game number 1 of round 6, ZloDey is really making a comeback for game number 2, man. I mean, army supply is in favor for him, but worker supply actually in favor of the Reaper by 10. 63 worker supply to 53. Taking a look at the upgrades, we have 2 range attack upgrades for our orange Zerg player, and the changeling changes into such a huge unit. Very stealthy, man. The changeling, I love the changeling, man. I mean, it turns into the Volt. It was a little guy, right? He's just a little guy. But here we go. We have a big Chiron army chilling. It looks like they are going to engage this orange Zerg army, but this is a lot of roaches. I think this is too many roaches, honestly, for the Chiron to engage directly. He does have the inducer, though. So if you're not familiar with the inducer, according to GG Sigmar, who may be sleeping now, I don't know if he's still in the stream, they're like the basketball players of StarCraft 2, of the Custom Scion Races, because this little energy ball, or it's not really little, but this big energy ball on their back goes towards a unit, does damage, and then comes back to their back. So the closer you are to a unit, the more DPS they do. It's a really cool mechanic, and the animation is also really cool. I'll try and keep an eye on that and show you guys what I'm talking about. It looks like we may see it at this base. So as you can see, he does damage, and then it comes back to his back. A really cool unit, but we have a really big army right here. We also have lurkers. Honestly, one of my favorite StarCraft units of all time, StarCraft 1 or StarCraft 2, just because of how iconic that unit is. Yeah, he turned into a Vault Schwab. Yeah, he turned into a Vault. So, just a little unit, but we have what is a big engagement at the 4th base location. At the same time, we have some roaches knocking on the door of the 3rd base. And these lurkers chilling in a really good position too, just out of range of the main Chiron army, and there's no detection here as well. So lurkers are a great choice for ZloDey. It looks like this base will go down at the same time. These roaches are still alive, will get killed by the Umbras. So this game number 2 is really shaping up to be an epic game. We're at 13 minutes in. We do have the, I think this is the 4th base going down. 3rd base is safe. Taking a look at the workers killed, 14 workers killed. Honestly, at 13 minutes into the game, could be a lot worse. But ZloDey say, hey, look, my work here is done. Let me run back home. Taking a look at the supply, 152 total supply to 128 in favor of ZloDey. Army supply 88 to 65. Worker supply is identical, 63 to 63. And here we go. We have a lot of Umbras. We have a lot of Inducers. I think I would potentially also make a switch to air. Oh, here we go. We have our detector. We have the Gyre. So this is a detection unit, and it also picks up units, which is really cool. Cool multi-purpose unit for sure. And there goes the Overlord that was hiding there, I think, for like the entirety of this game so far. And if you guys are just tuning in, which I don't know, I'm actually not looking at the viewership, but this is my first ever live cast of StarCraft 2 of the Custom Scion Races mod. So really excited to be here. You know, it's pretty fun, it's pretty cool. But we have what is a big army supply for the Zerg. We have 117 army supply to 73. Big lead for ZloDey. So ZloDey is really making a comeback. And then, yeah, I agree, Schwab. I think I thought he would have kept sieging too, but looking at this army is very scary. At the same time, though, we do have detection now on the field for the Chiron player. And there it is, the Gyre, almost overextending, but I don't think anything shoots up. I would have left a couple Hydralisks in the mix, but I guess he morphed them all to Lurkers. So here we go. I would throw the cancel on this. I would super throw the cancel on this man, but he's going to let it finish. He lets the Citadel finish, only for it to be killed immediately. So the 4th base goes down one more time, and I think we have some roaches on the top side of the map as well, but they are on vacation, and now we have what is the natural base in danger. We do have the nullifiers doing a decent amount of damage. I love their animation as well. And we have what is a good push with these Umbras doing a lot of damage. And we also have the Harbinger, which does shoot up and down. And we also have Hydralisks now. So we do have some anti-air for the Zerg player. And these, oh, they're just Zerglings. Okay, they're Zerglings, not Roaches. But they are still on vacation. And now we have what is the 3rd base in danger for the Reaper. Oh, no, man. All these workers going down. That is a massacre. How many workers were killed this game? 50 workers total killed this game by ZloDey. And we have what are the Paragons, though. The Paragons are a really good unit. So this might allow Reaper to make the comeback. But this is also a lot of... No, I think this is too many Hydralisks. One of the Paragons goes down. The 2nd Paragon will likely go down as well, potentially. Still surviving. Great micro on this Paragon by the Reaper. And now we have what are just two Hydralisks left. We do have... Oh, we have a lot of... Not a lot of Lurkers here. We only have 3 Lurkers, but no detection. So it may as well be a lot of Lurkers in the natural base location. So this game is really getting rough for the Reaper. There's no Gyre. There's no detection. So all these Volts are potentially going to go down. And now we have a lot of Hydralisks as well coming towards the 3rd base. Once again, they want to finish the job. They want to finish what their brethren could not. 3rd base goes down. Taking a look at the worker supply, 19 workers to 54. Army supply, 24 to 60. Both in favor for our orange Zerg player. ZloDey making a wild comeback this game, man. Or at least for game number 2, we are potentially going to see a game number 3 from these players. This Lurker running to the main base will burrow, and now there's no detection. So it's, you know, to be fair, there's not a lot of mining here, but there's a lot of production here. And there we go. We do have detection now. That with that Gyre, the Lurker will go down. And the Reaper, he's not giving up easy, though. He's like, hey, look, I'm still in this game. We do have this this Lurker with 22 kills, man. That is brutal. We do have the Harbingers, though, able to take out that Lurker. But taking a look at the production tab, ladies and gentlemen, we have Aspire. So ZloDey going for the classic tech switch. He's like, hey, look, I don't care if this is a mod. I don't care if this is vanilla, bro. I am going to go for the tech switch into what I assume are Corruptors to take care of these Paragons. So the Paragon is ridiculous. Look at this thing. 200 shields at 350 health. That is insane, but they are also a very expensive unit to build. But this, okay, no, those are Zerglings in the main base now. But taking a look at the workers killed, bruh. 80 workers killed this game by the Zerg and only 5 by the Chiron. Taking a look at the worker supply now, 12 worker supply, 267. This is insane. What the Reaper has to do is he basically has to win. We have 15 Hydralisks on the way, and I think this many Paragons, I think 4 Paragons, plus the support of those Harbingers and a few ground units. I think they can handle the Hydralisks, but now we have, what was 20 Hydralisks just being built? Is that what I just saw? We also have the Echo coming in the late game, but we have a lot of Hydralisks here. What the Reaper has to do is run back around this little cliff right here, this little wall. But look at this. Look at how good the Paragons are, able to take out all those Hydralisks. But now we only have one Paragon left. We have one Harbinger left. We'll take out at least one of those Hydralisks, maybe. And here we go. We also have the Conduit, the Fuse, which can create a shield around this Paragon. That was rough, man. Yeah, Schwab, that was devastating. I totally agree. And here we go. We have the Paragons doing quite a bit of damage. Army supply is now 12 to 33. Only difference is that economy. The Reaper throwing out the GGs, realizing his position, giving game number 2 to ZloDey. So we are going to be jumping into game number 3 for round 6. What a wild series this is turning into, man. But anyway, back to game number 3 for round 6 of this best of 3 series. Spawning on the top left-hand side of the map, it's our teal Chiron player, the Reaper, going up against his opponent, spawning on the bottom right-hand side of the map, playing the Zayed this time instead of the Zerg. It is our orange player, ZloDey. So we'll see. We'll see how game number 3 goes. I don't know. In ZloDey's shoes, I might have played Zerg again just because of how that last game played out. But we'll see. We'll see how he does. We have what is going to be an edifice coming into natural base location to wall this off. So I honestly expect the Reaper to go for basically an identical build. But, yeah, you're right, Schwab. Hydras do get shredded by the high attack speed of, like, battle cruisers with their crazy, like, high speed, almost like a machine gun, but it's missiles. Battle cruisers are honestly crazy. Like, the concept of them are crazy to me. But here we go. We have what is going to be a Zayed den being built. I wonder if we're going to see some sort of roamer push based on the movement of this scavenger. I expect that we're going to see, yes, we are. We're going to see a relatively early expansion coming down for ZloDey, our orange Zayed player, and we don't have an expansion. Okay, now we do. We have an expansion coming down for our teal Chiron player, the Reaper. So, man, his name confuses me. I keep, like, wanting to switch to talking like Terran lingo, you know? I'm like, oh, the Reaper's doing this. Oh, the Reaper's gonna do that. But then it, like, breaks my brain. And because I haven't eaten virtually all day, and we've been casting for so many hours, dude, like, my brain is struggling right now. We are running on overdrive. Oh, is that what's happening? Okay. Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually. So it keeps things a little bit even. That makes sense, especially because this is a Custom Scion Races mod. So for those of you who are tuning in, who are not watching the stream, Schwab is saying that you're only allowed to play a vanilla race 2 times in a series. Or sorry, just 1 time in a series. So that is why we're seeing ZloDey playing the Zayed again, even though he played such a crazy game with the Zerg. So that is what pushed us to game number 3, though. We do have some harassment coming in. ZloDey, great job, though, bringing back that scavenger to make sure this this converter does not delay the the natural base expansion for longer than it needs to be delayed. And now, taking a look at the at the main base, we have what is a bile pit. So we have some static defense that came down for I didn't ping. Somebody else pinged, but I think, I wonder if ZloDey's like, hey, look at what I built. So, yeah, so we have some static defense in the main base for the Zayed player, taking a look at what our Chiron player is up to. We have Foundry. We already have the Conduit finished. I don't see any, wait a minute, what is this? We have a Pulsar being built. So, yeah, we have a Conduit already finished. So we are going to see an Echo coming down for game number 3. We'll see how ZloDey manages to deal with this as a Zayed player this time, not a Zerg player, so he does not have Spore Crawlers, but we do have what is going to be a Biomass Hatchery, so it looks like he may be teching up just a little bit. The Biomass Hatchery is one of 3 production structures for the Zayed, so unlike the Zerg, for those of you who are not familiar with with the Custom Scion Races mod. Instead of having your larva around your main mining structure, you have 3 structures. You have the Zaya Den, you have the Biomass Hatchery, and you have the Avian Nest. So these all have their own type of larva that build their own type of units, and we have a roamer right here as well. But yeah, Schwab, I agree. So the rules allow you to at least see one vanilla versus Zion matchup, and I think that's really cool. It also gives some grace to players who are not as familiar with the Custom Scion Races mod. So I think it's a really cool rule, and I totally agree with it. I think it would be maybe a little bit unfair if one player could just play vanilla the whole time and then play against somebody who's playing the custom races. I mean, if you're really familiar with the custom races, and, you know, that rule is in place, it shouldn't matter too much because I'm sure, you know, whoever's playing the Custom Scion Races is pretty confident in their ability if they're playing a tournament. But here we go. We have what is going to be 16 army supply for the Reaper. We don't have an Echo, though. We do have that Conduit, but no Echo. So the Reaper going for something slightly different. And I think we may be seeing some aggression running towards the natural base location or even potentially the third base location for our orange Zayed player. We do have this third base coming down. We also have the roamer scouting around with this scour ability. Great ability. And also we'll see that nothing is here. So he's running in. He's starting to knock on the front door. But this should really tell him that something fishy is going on if there's no army supply. And here we go. We have what is going to be ZloDey's third base. Will he get the cancel? And he does. But now he knows what's up, and what is this? Oh, bro, what is this? So, okay, I love this. We have a Proxy Citadel, you guys. Oh, man. Okay, so we do not see a lot of cheese for the Chiron, and the only way you can really do any proxy, like, warp-ins is by building a Citadel, because you have to warp in your units around a Citadel. That's your main macro. Oh, that is crazy, you guys. So, this is really going to get crazy if ZloDey doesn't scout this. And the Reaper going for the cheese once again. We'll see what this does. We have another Umbra on the way. Do we have an Echo on the field? No, we don't. So there's no Echo, even though he has the Conduit. Taking a look at the production tab, we also don't see an Echo. So we do have one Umbra on the way. We have 3 more roamers on the way, but this is a really big Chiron army. And taking a look at the army supply, though, it's pretty even. 33 army supply to 30. Man, here we go. It looks like the Chiron army able to break this Zaya defense at the third base location. So ZloDey is stuck on 2 bases, and this Citadel is just as good as done. This is going to allow the Chiron to really reinforce his army. And here we go. Check this out. We have what is going to be, we have what is going to be a big warp in right next to the natural base location of the orange Zayed player. This is ridiculous. We do not see this too often. This series has been crazy so far. Round 6, man. What a wild series, bro. And here we go. We have all those Zayed units going down. ZloDey throwing down the GG, giving the third victory, or the third game, to the Reaper. So the Reaper winning this best of 3 series for round 6. We have one more round to go, and then we are just as good as done. What a crazy series, you guys. That was wild. All right, you guys, that is the live stream cast for today. If you enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to cast any of your own custom StarCraft 2 games, I will leave my email and Discord in the description below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.